Would the swords from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure work as actual swords? At first I thought that the hilt was a bad design because it has bits that would point down and, go into your wrist when you're trying to swing around the sword, and that's just not good. However, judging from this picture here that I'm editing because of spoilers, those barbs are wide enough to go around the hand, and this isn't too dissimilar from something like a basket-hilted broadsword or some sabers. So it would be some additional hand protection. Now these do kind of sort of limit what you can do with a sword, but not really too much. Aside from that, the blade looks perfectly fine. Probably engineered more for thrusting rather than cutting, but it would still be able to cut just fine. And I like how the artwork showcases the hilt as either a rectangle or a oval type shape. Aside from the usual circle hilt that you see in pretty much every animated media. And that means that edge alignment could be more intuitive because you know where the blade sits in your hand intuitively. Like if I just grab this, I could grab it any way whatsoever and it would pretty much feel the same. But if it were more like this, then I would intuitively know where the blade sits in my hand. Silver Chariot's sword looks a lot like a fencing saber. It's often shown as super thin, so pretty much only good for thrusting. However, some artwork shows it having a thicker blade, which, while still oriented towards thrusting, would be a bit better. And you can kind of see similar in the 1913 patent saber, which I think got the first British kill in World War I. I just looked it up and it was Charles Beck Hornsby with a 1908 pattern saber, which is pretty much the same thing. I'm not really good at cutting. This weapon was used historically pretty much like a metal lance. Stab with it on horseback. It was rarely used dismounted, but I believe some people taught how to use it, but it wasn't that good. So Silver Chariot's weapon is perfectly practical, but probably not the best sword for the purpose. Anubis seems a lot like a katana with a very sharp curve, and it has pointy downy bits from the hilt, which would limit how you could use the sword. But you'd still be able to use it just by holding down a little bit more. It would be okay. I mean, I can't really say anything fancy, but thank you for watching.